Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite books, Jane Eyre. So I love classic books, and Jane Eyre is one of my favorite. The funny thing is, I didn't like it when I was younger, but as I grew, I just love the characters, the story, and I really liked the character of Jane Eyre herself. So I have an unboxing of Litjoy's Classics Edition. So super excited to do that. So I'll unbox it, show you guys close-ups of the pictures, and show you some of my favorite Jane Eyre book editions that I have. So let's do that. So I got the notebooks that they had, and I'll show you those later since they have some of the illustrations from the book. And then a lot of different stuff. They have a little note with Jane Eyre saying thank you. I wish I would have kept the note cards from the other books because they're very pretty, but I didn't think of it. So just a little thank you note card. In the book comes some pictures. These are Lord of the Rings, the photos that Litjoy has been doing. So they have Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, and Gollum. So pretty funny. And here's the book. So these collector's editions are so pretty. Like, I love the detail. I love the gold. It's just so beautiful. Come in this case. Just look at that. The first run is 1,000 books, and I got book 102. And then in here it says I would always rather be happy than dignified. And then in the back, it says, her coming was my hope each day. Her parting was my pain. The chance that did her steps delay was ice in every vein. I love the gold foiling. So I will stop and show you close-ups of the pictures. Okay, here are some close-ups of the Jane Eyre book. Like I said, really love it. One of my favorites. And then so that's a slipcase. And here's the book. First part. Edition 102. So let's see. So the first sketch is in the red room when she's little and her aunt sticks her in there and it gets her scared. Let's see. Hope I don't miss any. Here's when she's at school and they make her wear the liar sign. You know this scene, she meets Mr. Rochester, and there's Pilot. I actually really like this one. That's really nice. The pages seem way more nicer than the other edition. Pride and Prejudice and this one seem very similar. Here's another one. This might be where her friend comes and tells her about her aunt. I'm not sure. I just love the detail. in the gold. Let's see. Oh, here's where she wakes him up from the fire. And there should be more. One more, maybe? Oh, yes, one more. And that one. So, beautiful editions of the book. So now that I showed you the close-up of the pictures, here are the notebooks. I got notebooks for the Pride and Prejudice, for the other Bronte book. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but let's look at these. So the first one is the sketch of her in the red room, and it says, "I am no bird and no nest ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will." I just love Jane Eyre. Oh, and this is one of my favorites of her in Rochester. And it says, "Reader, I married him," which is the last line of the book. And it says, "Every atom of your flesh is as dear to me as my own. In your pain and sickness, it would still be dear." And then the last one is of her waking him up when the room is on fire. And it says, "Do you think because I am poor, obscure, plain, and little, I am soulless and heartless? You think wrong. I have just as much soul as you and full as much heart." So those are some of my favorite. I think the last two are some of my favorite quotes from Jane Eyre. So I'm glad I got these little notebooks. I have a little notebook collection with these. So now that I've showed you those, I want to show you some of my favorite Jane Eyre editions. So the first one is Jane Eyre, and it's this Andrews McNeill Publishing book, and it's illustrations by Marjolaine Bless. And throughout the book, there's like little letters. There's a thing of a newspaper, just to really bring the book alive. Like, I hardly ever see, I've seen it with like more modern books, but I've hardly ever seen any book or publisher do that with classic books. So I'm just really loving this. A little paper on Charlotte Bronte. A little sketch drawn by Charlotte Bronte. So it kind of really gets you to know the author as well. So this is one of my favorite editions of Jane Eyre. Another one is the Seasons edition. So the cutout Seasons. All this is cut out. So I kept the plastic on it, so it's nice and new. But it's Jane Eyre. And this is just a really pretty one. They have little cutouts and quotes throughout the book too. So I really like this one. And the last one is a 1940s Random House edition that I have. And the sketches are very, very kind of neat and dark, which I really like because it kind of fits the book. And if you watch the movie, Definitely Maybe with Ryan Reynolds, this edition book plays a part in it, and I kind of like that. And they have pictures throughout the book. Let me see if I can find one. But I love old vintage books. You can kind of see that. So this is one of my favorite of Jane Eyre. I feel like I need to get more editions of Jane Eyre. And so those are my favorite, but I also wanted to show you one edition that is kind of a retelling, and it is Jane by Brush McKenna Press, the illustrators and writer. But it's modern day, and it's kind of comic of Jane Eyre. And I kind of enjoyed this one. I also did a video of books, retellings of Jane Eyre. So I'm going to link that below, just in case you want to watch it. And I will also link the unboxings of the other two Litjoy books. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I love Jane Eyre, so if you love Jane Eyre, let me know what your favorite part of the book was and which edition is your favorite. If it's not one of these, I might want to look it up. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.